All right, we are live here on MTG Unpacked. So we're doing the Patron Snap Pack live stream for March 2025. So we're actually able to do it in the same month. So usually these are early the following month. So let me know if the audio is coming out loud and clear. Any issues? I see there's a couple of people in the chat already. So welcome. So we'll get started in a moment. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend so far. I know it's a little bit late for some of you in Europe. You probably will be watching this on the replay, but everywhere else, hopefully you're able to watch a bit of the stream. Okay, so we'll get started here with the one packed here. So let's get these packs out of the way. I thought I'd show off a couple of the crazy pulls this month. So we got this from the latest One Piece Royal Blood. So this is a crazy pull. And also from Alpha Clash, we've got a gold pull from Life to Death. Actually pulled that on the first pack of the new set from the booster box. So that was pretty crazy. All right, so let's get started here. First up, we have Sad Dog 1250. Thank you for being a patron. So we'll reach in, grabbing you a foil swamp. All right, and next we have Simon. Thank you for being a patron. Grabbing you a foil Arnie Metal Brow. So this one is from March of the Machine, the Aftermath. Next up we have Jacob Flint. Thank you for being a patron. Oh, he's got a foil Mythic, not too shabby. We've got Hardened Scales. Oh, what is this? This is, no, malfunction. I pulled it from the wrong thing. We need a foil here. There we go. LSL Core, Sadistic Pilgrim. Jacob's like, wait, put it back. I don't really have enough rares in there to hand them out like candy, alas. And next we have Frasco. Thank you for being a patron. So grab it from the correct thing this time. We have Namada Primeval Warden. And next patron here is Stalker Mike 1987. That's a pretty cool pull. Displacer Kitten. So we'll grab you a foil Courageous Goblin. Love the goblins, of course. And one more patron at the single pack tier. We have Lauren Reynolds. So reaching in for a foil Grease Wrench Goblin. Okay, so there we go. So that is the single pack per month tier. The patrons get a foil pull from the Snap Pack box, and we will move on to the main event shortly. All right, so if you are a patron, you're in the chat, just let me know. I'll try to get your Snap Pack done right away. So we'll start off here with John Kim. Thank you for being a patron. And John, holy moly, that is a foil Blood Moon from the Enchanting Tales from Wilds of Eldraine. So that is pretty crazy. And we won't be opening any more of that set anytime soon. The box prices have gone up to $200 for these set boosters, so it's pretty crazy. Okay, so our snap packs here, we'll grab 5 commons, and then we'll do 5 uncommons. 3, 4, and 5. And of course, with those packs, we also have some surprises in here, so stay tuned. Got a foil and a rare or mythic for John. All right, let's see what we've got here. Starting off with Gorehorn Raider, Stop Cold, Feat of Resistance, Impossible Inferno, Kythion's Tactics, Maru, Rough Rider for the uncommons, Foreboding Ruins, extra rare. Arrest of the Endless Web, another extra rare. Glory Heath Lynx, Murderous Cut, and Temet Nactaman's Will. This is actually a mythic. This is one of the commander decks they did for Ether Drift. And Courser of Krufix for the rare. So not a bad haul here for John this month. Enjoy the pulls. And if I'm not mistaken, I think John is a new patron this month as well. All right, next we have, let's see, we've got a couple of comments in the chat. Welcome, Stalker Mike. Woo, made it in live. And Jake Shockley Snap Packs. Okay, so we'll see if I can dig up Jake's. And like I said, if you're a patron in the chat, just let me know. And we'll try to get your snap pack done right away. Okay, so next up, we have Jake Shockley. Thank you for being a patron. So we've got a Soren Solemn Visitor. Oh, wow, that's a Khans of Tarkir reprint for the list. Pretty surprising. Actually, I don't know that I even knew that Soren was in Khans. So that's a nice surprise. What were the other? There were a bunch of Planeswalkers in Khans, but I can't remember who they were. Narset, I think, is the only one I remember because we pulled that when we did the box break the other day. So we got into an entire Khans of Tarkir booster box for the patrons. And a surprising number of fetch lands out of that one, including a foil fetch. All right, Jake, we have a Minecart Daredevil, followed by Lightning Strike, Curate, Bumbleflowers, Sharepot, Tangle Trap, Despise for the uncommons, Ego Drain, Rib Skiff, Kerok Wrangler, Sultai Flayer, It of the Horrid Swarm. I think this one looks pretty cool with the retro border, and Underground River for the rare. All right, so enjoy the pools there, Jake. And next we have Nova Entropy. Thank you for being a patron, and a nice mythic you got there from the Big Score print sheet from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Some spicy stuff in that one. Okay, so we've got our commons. Moving on, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we got our foil, rare or mythic. All right, Nova Entropy. Let's check it out. Starting off with a Lorehold Pledge Mage, Woolly Loxodon, Rat Out, Cancel, Feet of Resistance. You'll notice there's a bunch of Khans cards in here. Funny about that, we got Sultai Flayer, Sandstep Citadel, Nomad Outpost, Woe Strider, extra rare, Fairy Dream Thief, and a foil Joyra Ageless Innovator. You've actually got the pre-release stamp version. Good deal. And Shamanic Revelation for the rare. Welcome to Scott Mason. No, I'm just really getting started. I think we've only done, what, 3 patrons so far? Okay, so Scott, where is he? So our fan Rebecca's, we'll put those aside. Oh, Chitnam, shouldn't you be sleeping, sir? I know it's really late, so I'll try to get, I know some of you night owls, I'll try to get it done a little sooner. So zipping through here, hope everyone having a fantastic weekend so far. Here he is, Chicknam, and where the heck is Scott? He's hiding here. I swear I must have gone right past it. And I put them in order of the videos just because it's easier. Oh, that's why. He was right near the start. All right. So we will get started here. We have Chicknam. Thank you for being a patron. Awesome doubling season there from the Enchanting Tales from Wilds of Eldraine, of course. So once again, thank you for being a patron. Grabbing your commons here. And then the uncommons. 3, 4, and 5. Anyone looking forward to Tarkir Dragonstorm coming up next weekend? Pre-release. It's going to be awesome. Way more excited about that one than I was about Ether Drift. All right, Chicknam. We have Weave Fate, Quicksand Whirlpool, Infused with Vitality, Pack Attack. Skystreak Engineer, Nezumi Prowler, Reduced to Memory, Midnight Clock, Extra Rare, Sword of the Squeak, what the heck? Okay, another extra rare, Witherbloom, Apprentice, Foil, Mountain, good deal, and a Mythic, Avaricious Dragon from Magic Origins. So enjoy the pulls there, Chicknam. Pretty good mythic haul, I would say. And next up, we have Scott Mason. Thank you for being a patron. And check this out. Both patrons getting the Altar of the Brood from Khan. So that's pretty cool. All right, so digging in here for Scott. Two, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then foil, rare or mythic. Okay, Scott, we have a Merfolk Coral Smith, Serpentine Curve, Lens of Clarity, Wither and Bloom, Pothole Mole, Scion of Ugin, not too shabby, Dauntless Veteran, Tectonic Giant, it's actually an extra rare on that one, Mystic Monastery, another extra rare, Aethertide Whale, Foil Eldrazi, and this one, yep, you're welcome, Chicknam, Pietro. Got a weird looking Thrall on the other side, so that will haunt your nightmares tonight, Scott. Then we have Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Nice. So enjoy those. Thank you for being a patron once again. We'll set this stuff aside. And moving on here. Holy moly, that's right. Rebecca Humphrey, thank you for being a patron. Check this out, everyone. You might be like, I was. Oh, it's a foil Future Sight Brainstorm. Probably, how much would you guess that is? Maybe $20 or something. I think it was closer to 150. So that's 150. So yeah, a nice pull indeed. So we did a box break for Mystery Booster 2. So that was a nice haul. That box actually was, I think, probably one of the better ones. We've opened, I'm going to say like 4 so far. So I try to get them. They did the, what was that thing called? The Festival in a Box. So they did some last year. So I bought 3 boxes and then the most recent one, another box. All right, Maru Hateblade. Enoch Bonkin, Introduction to Prophecy, Shambling Attendants, Arrays, Swift Reckoning, Intrepid Truffle Snout, Sudden Insight, Emerald Dragon, Cloud Spire, Sky Cycle, Foil Valkyrie, Harbinger, this is actually the promo version, and a Massacre Worm Mythic. Yes, this guy is awesome. All right, but don't go anywhere. Rebecca is back for more. And we saw this earlier, the Altar of the Brood. So digging in. So anyone going to do the pre-release for Tarkir Dragonstorm next weekend? And do you have your eyes on any particular clans? So they actually have like 5 different pre-release boxes this year for that one. So curious what the favorite there is. I would probably go Timo just because I had an energy deck around that time. Was pretty cool. And of course, energy, one of those mechanics that's really hard to interact with. So yeah, that one did pretty well. We have Teach by Example, Granite Witness, Embodiment of Spring, Tuanvale Guide, Corrupted Shapeshifter, Twin Blade Geist, Flipping It Into, Twin Blade Invocation, Tangled Skyline, Heart Piercer Bow, Tainted Peak, Witchstalker Frenzy. Welcome to Alex. We've got a Foil Forest, nice, and Boon of the Spirit Realm for the rare. All right, so enjoy the pulls there, Rebecca. Scott says, got a booster box of Tarkia waiting for me on Friday. My pod and I are splitting it. Good deal. Hope you have some nice drafting action. All right, Fishy is in the house. So let's see. And like I said earlier, if you're a patron in the live stream, try to get your snap packs done right away. All right, Fishy, thank you for being a patron. And no, we have not pulled any wild cards yet out of this box. So still hunting for those. So there's our commons. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Foil. And rare or mythic for Fishy. Let's go. Yep, Stalkermite 1987. Awesome. We actually did yours right near the beginning of the video. So if you missed that, you might want to rewind, check that out. Okay, we have Mind Stone, Wing It, Diminisher Witch, Bonded Herd Beast, Flippin' into a Plated Kiln Beast, Peerless Rope Master, Elvish Vat Keeper, Jeskai Elder, Symmetry Sage, On Wings of Gold, extra rare, Groom's Finery, Frodo Sauron's Bane in foil, and Etheric Amplifier for the rare. So enjoy the pools there, Fishy. And moving right along, let's see here. We have Keith TKW. Thank you for being a patron. So digging in here, what can we find for Keith this month? Yeah, I know the time's a bit awkward. I used to do the live streams earlier, like an early morning, but then I'd have to get up early, and it's like this past week has been ridiculous. Like, haven't got a lot of sleep, so I was sleeping in today, then spent nearly all day getting the snap pack stuff together here. We have Spirited Companion Rides End, Daring Mechanic. It's a me, Mario. And a split card, Derelict Attic and Widow's Walk. Followed by Bloodfire Expert, Blanchwood Armor. Violent Urge, Pilfer. Maelstrom Pulse, extra rare, good deal. Reef Roads, a foil mountain. And Obnixilis, the Adversary, mythic. All right, nice one there. From Streets of New Capenna. Enjoy the pools there, Keith. Let's see, next we have Gorsus. Thank you for being a patron. Digging into the box once again. And if you're joining the stream for the first time, you're probably wondering what the heck is going on. So we're just grabbing cards out of the Patron boxes here, putting together the so-called snap packs that the patrons get each month. All right, Gorsus, we have Reach for the Sky, Ratcatcher Trainee, Arrow Storm, Maru Banner, you're welcome, Scott. See you in the next one. We've got Silken Strength. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Standard pack, yes. Today it is Ether Drift, and next month it will be Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've got a Diversion Unit, Lightning Axe, Spike Shell Harrier, End Rider Spike Spitter, Foil Infernal Grasp. That's actually a decent uncommon, and a Cursed Dunyard for the rare. Okay, so Gorsus, get into your pack here per usual. You'll be getting the rares, mythics, foils, anything over $1, art cards, anything from the list, you know the spiel. And we have Sabotage Strategist, Dune Drifter, Foul Roads, Elvish Refueler, Ticket Tortoise, Stall Out. Was Stall Out? No, that wasn't the one. I'm thinking of Stock Up, I think it is. Gibberick Omnivore. Welcome to Jonathan. Time to eat some great snacks. Yeah, I hope everyone has a hearty appetite this evening. Risky Shortcut, Trip Up, Swiftwing Assailant, Goblin Surveyor. We've got a zombie flipping into an elephant. We'll just chuck the token in there as well. A swamp foil Zahur Glories Past. Nice one. And Bloodgast for the rare. Okay. So let's set this stuff aside. So enjoy the pools there, Gorsus. And who is up next? We have, let's see here. I'm just sort of randomly digging into the box. Next, we have KTW. Thank you for being a patron. So we do still have one wild card in this box, so all is not lost. And then once we find it, we will switch to the other box. There's a foil, rare or mythic. 8th place, Dave. Welcome. I don't know if I have any Hashep Oases in the box this month, but we'll see if we can find any. We've got a Burglar Rat, Savage Punch, Essence Scatter, Infernal Captor, Unwilling Ingredient, Fang Druid Summoner, Battle Song Berserker, Stonebinder's Familiar, Tenacious Tome Seeker, Dreams of Steel and Oil. Oh, nice island. I like that one. Assassin's Creed. What is that? Black Flag, I think that's from. And Sulphurous Springs for the rare. Enjoy the pools there, Katie. And welcome to Jacob Adams. All right. So like I said, if you're a patron in the chat, let me know. I will put your snap pack together right away. So looking for Jacob here. Where was that one? I bet it's going to be the last card that usually happens. Not in there. And I got to admit, I was pretty shocked about Wilds of Eldraine. I literally used up the last packs of that this past week, and I was going to buy another box, and then I'm like, what? $200? I should have been paying closer attention. There's a couple of other sets I'm a little worried about as well, but I've put in some orders for those before the prices get too out of control. All right, Jacob Adams, you're up next. Sword of War and Peace. Nice one. So that is actually from the Chaos boxes, I believe. Yeah, Double Masters printing there. So I guess it's time for a plug. If you're in the US and you enjoy Chaos boxes, check out mtgunpacked.com for all your Chaos needs. We have pure Chaos boxes with signed Goblin cards. We have 4-pack mystery boxes. I restocked some bulk on there and also a new product there. I wanted to have a bit of a cheaper box. We have 3-pack mystery boxes as well. So check them out. All right, Jacob, we have a molting snakeskin, Iron Apprentice, Enthusiastic Study, Giant Growth, Kintree Warden, Blizzard Brawl, Thoughtstalker Warlock, Tormented Thoughts, Solar Transformer, Carrion Cruiser, Foil, pre-release stamp, Merrier Scholar of Antiquity, so that's Dominaria United, and Vile Smasher the Fierce. It's a mythic. So this guy from the Duskmorn Commander decks. So enjoy the pools there, Jacob. Nice haul this month. And next, let's see, we have... here we go. We have Johannes Normanen. Thank you for being a patron. Let's dig in. Anyone have a favorite dragon they're looking forward to in Tarkir Dragonstorm? I actually got to pay a little closer attention. I've seen a flurry of new ones that look cool, but I want to see if there's anything. I did a dragon deck tech and gameplay video. Standard format, of course. I think it's the Twin Flame Tyrant was the MVP in that one. But I want to see. I think I did mono red dragons. So maybe if there are any red dragons, we could soup that up. Or you know what? I'm open to dragons of like blue or green or whatever the heck they have, and maybe build something different. We've got Armory Mice, Marble Diamond, Mocking Sprite, Luminous Rebuke, Prideful Parent, Consuming Corruption, Compelling Deterrent, Sanctuary Wall, Belated Ambassador, Waterlog Teachings. This one flips into Inundated Archive, Queen Alanol of Ruadak. Okay, so there's a legendary foil and Shivan Gorge for the rare. You might notice a bunch of commander cards in the box this month. I raided some of my commander decks to fill the Patron box. Running a bit short on rares lately, so that is always a good way to get some new ones. Next, let's see here. How about we have Peter Sorensen. Thank you for being a patron. Sword of Feast and Famine in foil. So that one, another Assassin's Creed card again from the Chaos boxes this past month. And the theme for next month, the patrons know what it is, but we'll announce it here. If you're not a patron, it is actually dragons. I bet that is a huge surprise. I thought, you know what, Tarkir Dragonstorm, we got to do some Dragon Chaos boxes. And that tier is currently sold out, unless you want to twist the arm of another patron and see if they will let you take their spot. All right, Peter, we have a Efreet Weapon Master, Wasteful Harvest, Bring Low, Flick a Coin, Ripclaw Wrangler, Sigil of the Empty Throne, an extra rare, another extra here, Moonstone Eulogist, Galvanic Giant, Rust Monster, Case of the Filched Falcon, Foil Plains, another Assassin's Creed card, and Hardened Scales. That was the one I mistakenly pulled out of the box earlier in the stream. There we go, Peter. Enjoy. And who is up next? I think we'll go. Yep, here we go. We've got Graham Brown. Thank you for being a patron. And so what do we got coming up next after Tarkir? Isn't it Final Fantasy? Is that the next set in June? I think it is. And then sometime later, they've got a... they're doing all the Universes Beyond stuff. They've got a Spider-Man... we've got the what is that Eternity set? Traditional Magic storyline. I forget when that one is. And oh, speaking of the Universes Beyond, did anyone pick up the SpongeBob Secret Lair? I grabbed that along with the rest this time round. Usually, I've really tried to collect secret lairs, but they keep churning them out. I literally cannot afford it unless I start selling them off. So I've been selling a bunch of cards on TCG Player. So if you're interested in any of those secret lairs, usually a few days after the lair video goes live, I'll have them up on TCG Player. All right, Graham, we have Treason of Isengard, Infectious Inquiry, Command Tower, Dispeller's Capsule, Dazzling Angel, Spellscorn, Coven, Stencia Masquerade, Secluded Courtyard, Chancellor of Tales, Extra Rare, Deep Forest Hermit. We've got a Foil Forest and Lost Monarch of Ifnir. Awesome. All right, so enjoy those, Graham, but don't go anywhere just yet. We're up for round 2 here. So this is Graham is at the 8-pack tier, and because you're getting so many packs, you also get 2 snap packs every month. So 2 swings at the boxes. Maybe you can find a wild card in there and get an extra pack. Okay, so let's see how we do for Graham on this second one. Welcome to Crawfish Cigarette. Made it to the Patron Snack Show. Awesome. Welcome. Good to have you here. We've got Enoch Bonkin, Thunderhead Gunner, Archer's Parapet, Mind Rat Harpy, Leyline Invocation, Abzan Falconer, Duskwatch Recruiter. This guy flips into a Krallen Horde Howler, Sultai Charm Agency Outfitter, Nadir's Nightblade, Foil Urg, Spawn of Turg. He's a frog beast. Is this one anyone's commander? Let me know in the chat or comments. And a mythic Erebos, Bleak Hearted. Nice pull there for Graham. All right, so enjoy the pulls. Thank you once again for being a patron. Welcome to Cameron Frost. Good to have you here. Okay, and like I said, if you're a patron, you're in the live stream, just speak up and I will try to get your snap packs done right away. I know it's really late for many of you. And let's see here, grabbing a couple more patrons. Okay, next we have Stump Jumper John. Thank you for being a patron. So Stump Jumper on a quest. So he is getting the Modern Horizons packs every month. Looking for some awesome stuff. I think mostly the fetch lands, if we can find them. Although it looks like he got a, what is that, Grist Planeswalker card this month. Not too shabby. Bit of a strange Planeswalker, though. Cameron says, I miss Pack Blessing. Love your videos. Cameron must be one of the OGs. We did this Pack Blessing thing with Funko Pops and tapped them on the packs to get extra luck. But honestly, I think I've had more luck since I stopped doing that. So anyhow, yeah, it was getting a bit out of control because I actually allowed the patrons to pick which Planeswalker they could use to bless the pack, and it was just getting really silly. So I'm like, okay, let's get rid of that. Yep, Cameron's been here since the original Eldraine. Awesome. All right, we've got a Sterling Supplier, Ripclaw Wrangler, Sage Eye Harrier, Broadcast Rambler, Gold Pan, Hall Monitor, Candlestick, Disallow. Nice extra rare there. We've got a Smouldering Egg. You know what this is. It's an Ashmouth Dragon on the other side. Another extra rare, Fortified Village, Foil Art Chick Emerald Radian, awesome borderless art there, a Legendary Insect Druid, and a Woodland Cemetery for the rare. So a lot of extra rares there for Stump Jumper this month. Enjoy the pulls. And next we have Matteo Vianti. Thank you for being a patron. You might be wondering, why is Matteo's card turned around there? That is because his opening is not until Monday. So the video's already been recorded, just has not aired yet. So I know the patrons often like to see their videos before the live stream. So if it hasn't aired yet, I just err on the side of caution. Bagel Ben, can I have a pack? You most certainly can if you are a patron. So the patron link in the description of every video. There is actually a 1-pack tier. You also get a foil pull from the patron box each month. All right, Matteo, we have Sultai Scavenger, Raccoon Rallier, Interface Ace, Alpine Grizzly, Return from the Wilds, Emidane's Recruiter, Lupin Flower Village, and Starfield Mystic for the rare. Oh, we're getting lots of extras here. Ether Squall Ancient and Bitter Chill, Calamity Bearer Foil. This is actually a promo version. And a Mythic Bootlegger's Stash. Nice. From Streets of New Capenna. What was the one? I keep thinking there was one with some raccoons on it. What was that from Streets of New Capenna? Was that a Bootlegger's something or other? I can't remember. Let me know in the chat or comments. All right. Yeah, Bootleggers used to be big money. Not so much these days. I think it's like $2 or $3 or something. All right, Ultrix, you're up next. Thank you for being a patron. Maybe I'm thinking of the alternate art for that one. I think they were doing alternate art back then. Had a bunch of barrels or something and raccoons. I'll have to look that up. It's just the version that I remember the most. Okay, foil here. Rare or mythic for Ultrix. Let's see what we got this time for you. It is a Swift Kick. Yes, that's how I feel opening some of these packs sometimes. We've got Expanding Ooze. And what is it? Scoldkin. Ragged Recluse. I'm going to do the voice. I think it's the Odious Witch. Along with a Castus Depth Guard, Afterburner Expert, a Goblin Artificer, and Vengeful Tracker, Scurry of Gremlins, Extra Rare, Shadowblood Ridge, Case of the Burning Masks, Tura Kenrad Sky Knight in foil, and a Rampaging Ferocidon. That was another big hit, I think, around Ixalan time. So enjoy the pulls there, Ultrix. And digging into our box here, we have Ilya Polushkin. Thank you for being a patron. Still hunting for the second wild card in this box. What is my favorite set and favorite format? I'll leave that to the others to mention as well. My favorite all-time set would be the original Innistrad. That's one I opened early in the channel's history. Favorite format is Standard, just because Honestly, it's too much work to try to figure out the metagame for other formats. Cameron Frost says, Showcase Masked Bandits had the raccoons. Okay, was that Streets of New Capenna? All right, Ilya, we have a Rubble Belt Maverick, Canyon Lurkers, Siegecraft, Vine Snare, Golden Scale Aeronaut, Rattlebat Apothecary, Harsh Mentor. This was an awesome one, I think around the time of Hour of Devastation. So an extra rare there. Confiscation Coup, another extra rare. And another one, Duplicant. And another one, Theatre of Horrors. What the heck? Golem Patient Plotter. Check out those glowing eyes. That's a little creepy. And Viduran Enchantress for the final rare there for Ilya. Enjoy your huge pile of rares. And Bagel Ben says, I play MTG pretty casually. Started playing 2 years ago. Out of the sets I got, I love Outlaws. Very cool. Cameron says, Streets was one of my favorites. Value was bad, but it was cool. Yeah, I definitely liked not Outlaws, Streets of New Capenna better than Karlov Manor. That one's probably one of the weaker sets in recent years. Next, we have Fat. Thank you for being a patron. And we got a nice Teferi there. Awesome Planeswalker. All right, so we have 3, 4. Yeah, Karlov Manor. Karlov Manor is one of those where once I got through my first case, like, I hardly ever have to buy boxes of that because nobody wants it. So I've got one box I've just been nibbling away at for like the past 6 months or longer. And yeah, I mean, I don't mind so much. I know there's always some sets that people don't like, and we will just nibble away at them. But it is interesting. You can tell the ones that aren't that popular for Karlov's Foreclosure. Yeah. All right, Fat. We have Dutiful Return, Trip Up, Kill Shot, Nimble Thopterist, Whirlwind Adept, Extra Rare, Mabel Heir to Cragflame, Temple of Malady, couple of extra rares there, Mercurial Transformation, and Chaos Warp, another extra rare. High Society Hunter. I went a little nuts with the extra rares this month. Swamp in foil. I love that artwork. And a mythic. What? Razor Verge Thicket. How did that get in there? Zendikar. What do they call these? Expedition. Holy moly. Okay, Fat is eating well tonight. Some nice premium cardboard for you. And Bagel Band considering becoming a patron. Cameron's like, do it. Yeah, we've been doing the Patreon, let me think, since I think it started near the end of 2018 or early 2019. So yeah, been doing that every month ever since. So I know it's a lot of work, but I'm glad people appreciating it. And we do these live streams every month as well. So there's quite a huge archive. It's interesting to go back and watch some of the early ones and see what sets were hot at the time, what people were talking about. Let's grab a couple of patrons here. Cameron, this is my first time catching it. Yeah, I don't tend to give a lot of advance notice. It's very much seat of the pants, last minute stuff. There's no way with my schedule that I could plan these ahead of time so well. All right, we have Bermudian Belbachir. Thank you for being a patron. So Bermudian actually found a nice Jurassic World Grim Gigantosaurus. What is that? Giganotosaurus. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not a what are the people called who study dinosaurs? I don't know. Let's see what we got here for Bermudian. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we got a foil, rare or mythic. Okay, Bermudian, we have Watcher Sliver, Dynamite Diver, Goblin Pilot, Tagam Scheming Jungle Hollow, Grow from the Ashes, Extra, Kellen Planar Trailblazer, Edgewall Inn, Exotic Orchard, and Jawbone Duelist, Master the Way, Foil Mountain from Assassin's Creed again, and Battle at the Hell Vault for the rare. Enjoy the pools there, Bermudian. And Ben says, I play Commander with my friends. Is this guy that uses this Wilson has 5 abilities for 2 mana and buffs it because it has partner. Just makes it a 10/10 on turn 4. What? Bagel Ben says I crash out. Yeah. Cameron, that sounds rough. I have a jank Elish Norn deck that sucks. Funny, the first Commander game I ever played, you would think it would give me a taste for the format, but I borrowed a deck from a guy at the LGS. He's like, come on and play Commander with us. I'm like, well, I have no idea. And he's like, well, use my deck. I think you enjoy it. And I think I won that game because it was like, he had some, oh, I can't remember. Did he have some sort of oozes or something in it? This is going back, I can't even remember the Commander. This was around 2017. And yeah, I cleaned up on that one. Only played a couple of Commander games since because the Commander, they would do F&M standard, and then that would run till usually like 11:30. And then around midnight, people would start playing Commander. And around that point, I'm like, I am exhausted. I don't know how you guys, I guess they lived close to the store or something. They would keep going for like another 2 or 3 hours, like early in the morning, and eating all their snacks and laughing. And it was like, yeah, maybe that's a young people's game. I don't know. All right. Claude's Princess, you are up next. Thank you for being a patron. Still looking for the second wild card. What the heck? I thought we would have found it by now. I don't even know which, would it be in the common or uncommon slot here? 3, 4, 5, and a foil. And Claude's Princess, the card turned around because your video actually coming up on Monday, so I didn't want to spoil that one. And we have an Anok Tracker along with Friendly Ghost, Leech Fanatic, Crippling Chill, Edgewall Pack, Totem Guide Heartbeast, Veilborn Ghoul. What is that? M13. That's an old card. Felwar Stone, Stormcatch Mentor, Golgari Guildmage, Bortuck Bone Rattle. We're being trolled. I think this is the first trolling of the video, and Blasphemous Act for the rare. So enjoy the pools there, Claude's Princess. Hopefully you can see this on the replay. Next up we have Card Freak 89. Thank you for being a patron. And did anyone else not know that Greymond was actually a crazy pull? I got that. It was in the list slot of some pack or other. And I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's probably about $5. And then I'm editing the video. I'm like, holy moly, that was a nutty pull. Yeah, Rick from the Walking Dead Secret Lair. So anytime you see the SLX cards, they're reprints from these Secret Lairs, but they have a magic skin. And Greymond, I just had no idea. What set was that? I don't know which set. Yeah, you'd have to... Card Free 89, I could look that up later, but yeah, not sure which set that it was in. So this was from the list slot of a set booster. I don't remember which set that was, though. All right, Card Freak 89. We have a Reflex Sliver, Beast Rider Vanguard, Biomathematician, Voyager Quick Welder, Nimblewright Schematic. Whoop. Leave a comment on this video. I can look it up for you real easy. I just can't do it while I'm streaming, but I can tell you when Card Freak 89's video was, and then I can pop a link in there. So if you want to just comment on the on this video, and I'll look that up. We got Stargaze, Wretched Doll. Check out the teeth on that thing, and Detention Vortex, Griffin Guide, Regal Imperiosaur extra rare, and a foil mythic Henzi Toolbox Torah. You got to do the air quotes, and Maskwood Nexus for the rare. Okay. So Card Freak 89 doing pretty well this month, I would say, but he's back for seconds. Let's see if we can find that wild card for you. And I don't know if you'd be terribly excited either way because it's Ether Drift, so you might be like, don't really care. But there are some nice things in Ether Drift, but the set itself, probably not the most interesting to most people, but that is what we have on hand. So I'm running low on a bunch of other sets. I got to order more booster boxes. It's a constant struggle. Okay, Card Freak 89, and we have Burn the Accursed. Imprisoned in the Moon. You think they'll ever bring Emrakul back? I'm thinking maybe, what was that Eternities set later this year? That could be a possibility. Just a guess. We've got Kickoff Celebrations, a Freak Weapon Master, Greater Tanuki, or maybe they'll dig up Nicol Bolas again. We've got a extra rare Glory Bound Initiate, Temple of the False God, nice one. Is that a space set? Yeah, I think it is, actually. Hurler Cyclops, Dueling Coach, Raiders Spoils, and Patrician Geist. So this is the promo one. Then we have Ulrich of the Krallen Horde Mythic. So turns into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha. So nice werewolf there from Eldritch Moon. Enjoy the pulls. Card Freak 89. And next we have Fleur Uwu. Thank you for being a patron. Did I pronounce it properly this time? Got a Sword of Hearth and Home retro border. That is from, what is that? Modern Horizons. Nice foil there. Another one. So the theme for the Chaos boxes this month was swords. So we've got all manner of swords. Again, there's another video coming up tomorrow. That will be the final swords theme for the month. And if you're in the US, you enjoy Chaos boxes, check out mtgunpacked.com for all your Chaos needs. New product this month is the 3-pack mystery box. So I wanted a slightly cheaper option there. All right, Fleur Uwu. Let's get into it. We have Celestis Sanctifier, Reach for the Sky, Awaken the Bear, Big Fin Bouncer, Shark Pirate, Awesome Glacial Stalker, Forsaken Miner, Test of Talents, Scaled Behemoth, Parasitic Grasp, Shrieking Drake, Goblin Borders in foil, and what's it going to be? It is Seance Board from Duskmorn. So enjoy the pulls there, Fleur. And next, let's see, digging into the box. We got Kaio Nagiri. Thank you for being a patron. Trust me, there is a sword card behind that. So Kaio's video coming up tomorrow. Did not want to spoil that in case he's not able to, or in case he sees this video before the the Chaos video airs tomorrow. And a foil, rare or mythic. All right, Kaio, let's go. We have Shatter the Source, Bird Admirer, flipping it into Wing Shredder, Sage Eye Harrier, Silver Deputy, and Voracious Varmint. Have they done anything else with the Varmint creature type? Missed opportunity, I think, for some of these other sets. Uncommons, we've got Metamorphic Blast, extra rare, Sweltering Suns, Gift of Completion, Rambling Possum. I swear I see these dudes in our backyard. They look exactly like that. Usually on summer evenings, we got Decoction Module and Narcy Fable Singer, not a Slinger. Mythic. I think that's a Commander Masters Commander deck one. And Grim Haruspex for the rare from Khans of Tarkir. Enjoy the pools there, Kaio. All right, who is up next? Like I said, if you're a patron, you're in the chat, let me know. I will try to get your snap pack done right away. Next up, we have Jürgen. Thank you for being a patron, and that is actually a Relentless Rats, the special guest pool. That's pretty cool. From, what set is that? Looks like Foundations, I'm going to say. And then Uncommons. Surely we can find the wild card soon. There's hardly any cards left in here. So I know I put 2 in each box. All right, Jürgen, we have Trespasser Ilvec, Silken Strength, Introduction to Prophecy, Grim Bauble, Anot Tracker, Spellrune Painter. This one flips into Spellrune Howler. The Mending of Dominaria, extra rare, Rogue Refiner. That was a cool one I had in my Teemo Energy deck around the time of Kaladesh. We got Talisman of Indulgence, the Witch's Vanity. Nice looking swamp there. Looks like the swamps of Louisiana. And Brash Taunter for the rare. This is the one. Yeah, when he's dealt damage, deals that much damage to target opponent. That's a fun one. Sort of reminds me of the Stuffy Doll. So enjoy the pools there, Jürgen. And next we have... Who's it going to be? It is Tony Siriani. Thank you for being a patron. Let's dig in here. Foils, rare or mythic. Okay, Tony. Starting off here with Wither Crown, Omen of the Hunt, River Serpent, Abzan Guide, skipping over Scoldkin, Cloudspire Sky Cycle, Extra Midnight Reaper, Sunblessed Healer, Dread Malkin, Rakdos Pit Dragon, the best of the guilds of Ravnica, a nice island, another Assassin's Creed card, and Blasphemous Act. Actually, that's the second one we pulled out of the box. I thought there was only 1 in there, but I must have put 2 in. So enjoy the pulls there, Tony. And next up we have Taran. Thank you for being a patron. So again, the quest for the wild card continues. Where is it? I demand to know. And then the foil, rare or mythic for Taran. Let's check it out. We have a Jewel for Dominance, Divine Favor, Plunge into Winter. Welcome back, Ben. Hooting Mandrills. Isn't that what everyone looks like when they pull a Magic mini game? I don't know about you, but that is how I appear when I'm making the videos. We've got Smelted Charge Bug, Closing Statement, Genju of the Fools, Kurvek the Merciless, a legendary rare, Temple of Silence. My shaking hand gives it away. Oh, well, I enjoy that gag. Battle for Bredegard and Fanatical Firebrand, a Goblin Pirate. What else? We have a Mythic, Belladros Witherbloom. Welcome. So that one is from the, looks like the Bloomburrow Commander decks. Enjoy the pulls there, Taran. Does anyone know if they're reprinting that one for Tarkir Dragonstorm? No idea, to be honest. Next, we have Chris Booth. Thank you for being a patron. Where is the wild card? Ben says, I love the way you say we have a mythic. I have no idea where that came from. That was just one of the, in the early days of the channel, it sounded right, and I just kept going. One thing that annoyed the crap out of people, I used to shake the card when I would say it, and they're like, I can't read what the card is when you're shaking it. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just do the voiceover, not shake the cards, and yeah, I think that works much better. Okay, Chris, we have a Forge Hammer Centurion, Draugr Recruiter, Fleeting Distraction, Healer's Hawk, Bite Down, Valorous Stance, Book of Marzabal. There's another set that is going to the moon, the Lord of the Rings. Enray's Forerunners, extra rare. Symmetry Matrix. Oh, extra mythic. Ajani Unyielding. Welcome, sir. Then we have the Odd Acorn Gang, mythic. This was from one of the Bloomburrow Commander decks. And we have Star Athlete. All right, he's running away from some little devil or something. All right, enjoy the pools there, Chris. And next, let's dig into the box here. We have Derek Grunwald. Thank you for being a patron. So got a nice Mimeoplasm Revered one for Derek. And I think that was one I pulled a Japanese variant, and I had listed it on TCG Player by accident as the English one. And the person got it, they're like, this, I was expecting the English one and you sent Japanese. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even realize. I thought they were all Japanese, those variants. So I hadn't checked. So I just like refunded the full amount. I think it was only like $3 or whatever. So I'm like, not really worth shipping it back. But yeah, that gets me sometimes, all these different variants. Okay, Derek, we have Healing Hands, Scrap Compactor, Trumpet Blast, Tormented Soul, Broken Wings, Forum Familiar, Light Up the Stage, Verdant Embrace, extra rare, Tune Up, Archon of Sun's Grace, another extra rare, Hagra Mauling in foil, Flippin' Into, Hagra Brood Pit, and Retrofitter Foundry for the rare. So enjoy the pulls there, Derek. Ben says, my first deck was so trash, I just begged people for cards and made a really bad rainbow deck. The best card was like 5 mana 4/4 with a bad ability. Yeah, we've all been there. I started with, I think I just played the Armenket Planeswalker decks, and people just completely creamed me because the LGS was ultra competitive. So Like, there was just no way. And then after that point, I would like get decks. I would find good ones online and try to build them. And not always successful because the LGS didn't have the cards. I don't think I knew about TCG Player then. That LGS since closed, they closed probably a few months after I started playing. They weren't the greatest. I don't think the guy had much business sense. He was mostly into sports cards, but the following one, the guy was really good. He would just order me cards if I needed some, or he would have them in stock. So yeah, built a lot of cool decks at that LGS. And then that one, I think he shut down before the pandemic, but then he reopened in the middle of the pandemic. I'm like, I don't know how well you're going to do, but I guess he did okay out of that. All right, next we have Ben Doherty. Thank you for being a patron. Let's see if we can find the second wild card in this box. I'm beginning to lose hope because we're getting towards the end of the uncommons here. So that previous one must have been from the uncommon slot. Okay, Ben, what do we got for you? You meet in a tavern. Kaldotha Cackler, Maru's Skull Hunter, County Heart Expedition, Fanatical Firebrand, Soul Guide Lantern, Florian Voldaran Scion, extra rare, Spire of Industry, another extra, Shivan Reef, what was I doing? Sheltered Thicket, just getting all the extra rares here. A nice Mountain from Assassin's Creed, and Sithis Harvest's Hand for the rare. Enjoy the pools there, Ben. And continuing on, our next patron here is Puddin. Thank you for being a patron. So that is a nice Kataki Wars Wage from Mystery Booster 2, one of the Future Sight borders they have in those. They did that same thing in the first Mystery Booster box, and I think it was pretty popular, so they continued doing it. Okay, foil, rare or mythic. All right, Puddin. My favorite and least favorite color. Favorite color, probably red, because I liked the burn decks and goblins and stuff. Least favorite, probably white or blue. But really, I've made decks in every color, so they all have advantages and disadvantages. We've got Airlift Chaplain, Pop Quiz, Root Rider Fawn, Guidelight Optimizer, Molting Snakeskin, Temple of Malady, Extra Rare, Glimmer of Genius, Rootbound Crag, Fire Spitter Whelp. I think that one might have been in my Dragon deck. It seems like a mid-range that I would put in there. And then we've got a High Fame Negotiator, the Beamtown Bullies Mythic in foil, and Ovia Automech Artisan. Nice borderless art for the rare. Enjoy the pools there, Puddin. And next we have Gaoku. Thank you for being a patron. And I think I'm out of uncommons in this one. We'll just clean those out. We gotta find this wild card. I would have thought we would have found it ages ago. Let's see how many uncommons we got in here. I just grabbed all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll put the remaining 2 back in here. Actually, there's 3 in there. All right. So maybe we pulled the one from the uncommons previously. We've got an Attentive Sunscribe, Treasure Cruise, Spiteful Squad, Enthralled to the Pit, Split card, Grand Entryway, Elegant Rotunda. Solemn Simulacrum, an extra rare. Provoke the Trolls. Don't do it. I think we've been trolled twice now. Buried in the Garden. Canyon Slough, there's another rare. Another one, Exotic Orchard. Spark Rupture in foil. And Drowned Catacomb for the rare. So enjoy the pulls there. Gaoku. And next up, let's grab a couple of patrons here. Ooh, wow, look at that. We have David Griffiths. Thank you for being a patron. We actually got a Cavern of Souls out of a regular Lost Caverns of Ixalan set booster pack. It was craziness. Congratulations. So thank you for being a patron. Is like, no, thank you. Okay, so here's 3 remaining uncommons. I'll grab 2 more from the other box. This usually doesn't, oh, spoilers. This usually doesn't happen. We usually find the wild cards earlier. I should really turn that around. Your favorite fellow MTG YouTuber. I love MTG Goldfish. I used to watch a lot of Mr. Bevers because he would crack packs and that was a lot of fun. Bad Boy Gaming, formerly Bad Boy MTG. I used to like watching his stuff. I still do now and then. I don't think he uploads quite as often as he used to. 8th Place Dave is pretty funny. If you've ever seen his, he makes a lot of shorter videos. We've got Barrage of Boulders, Omen of the Sun, Ambush Viper, Vanish from Sight, Eureka Moment, Flame Tongue Kavu, Sandworm Convergence, Pyretic Rebirth, Flames of the Firebrand, Burn Away, and a Foil Swamp. Okay, another Assassin's Creed and Herald of the Pantheon for the rare. All right, so David, enjoy, but wait, don't go anywhere. He did pretty well this month. Also got him an Innkeeper's Talent. That one was another one that shocked me at how much it's gone up. It was pretty high, I think, when Bloomburrow launched as well, but I think it's gone up since then. Okay, so there's rearrange things like so. So we'll grab our uncommons. This could be a little tricky. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and a foil, rare or mythic for David. Starting off with Dutiful Return. This reminds me, if you've ever watched The Walking Dead, Michonne's introduction. You might know why that is, why that looks familiar. We've got Spitfire Lagak, Scout the Borders, Pedal to the Metal, Ripclaw Wrangler, Combustible Gearhulk, Extra Mythic, and we got Armament Core, Viridescent Bog, Extra Rare, Intimidation Tactics, Priest of Titania, nice retro border, Forest, and Stormfist Crusader is the rare. Enjoy the pulls there, David. Especially that Cavern of Souls. That is nuttiness. Next up, we have Manic Stickle. Thank you for being a patron. And that is actually, your eyes do not deceive you, a Ketria Triome from the list slot. Don't ask me which set because I can't remember, but that one, nice pull originally from Ikoria. So grab some uncommons here. And then a foil. Rare or mythic here for Manix. All right. Oh, for a second there, I thought it was wild card. It wasn't. We got Brambleworm, Explosive Derailment, Crusader of Odric, Icor Spit Basilisk, Titanic Growth, Heliod, God of the Sun, extra mythic, Icespine Pillar, Chitter Spitter, extra rare there, creates squirrel tokens, that's fun. Chief of the Foundry, Doomwake, Giant, extra rare, nice. Phyrexian Island, good deal. And Gorman's Talent for the rare. So enjoy the pools there, Manix. Especially that Triome, that is fantastic. Ben says, think the most interesting tournament I watched on YouTube was this 4-card tournament. I think the person had like 3 lands with activated abilities and a soul ring. You mean a 4-people tournament, like a commander one, or? All right, Matty T, you are up next. Thank you for being a patron. One of these days, we're going to pull the wild card here, people. Surely, before the end of the stream, we've almost run out of the commons in that one. Oh, it was a weird rule tournament where decks could only have 4 cards. What? Sounds like a pack battle thing. Anyone used to do that? You'd just grab a pack. Actually, you can do that if you've ever played the Star Wars Unlimited. You get a base and a leader card in every pack, and you can do like mini deck pack battles. Okay, Matty T. We have a Shambling Ghoul. Oh, finally. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my God. What are we at? 77 minutes into the stream it took to find the second one. What the heck? Matty T. Lucky you. We've got Camera Launcher Shatter. Scurrilous Sentry. Seek the Horizon. Opulent Palace. Sky Crash, Monastery Swift Spear, another Sky Crash, okay. Foil Swamp, good one from Lord of the Rings, and Oran Reef, the Vastwood for the rare. Okay, so Matty T getting into some Ether Drift for you. So the usual spiel applies with these. And I will probably throw in that token as well. We've got an Autark Mammoth, Pace Setter Paragon, Hellish Sideswipe, Guidelight Matrix, Siphon Fuel, Gibberic Omnivore, Deathless Pilot, Spot Cycle Scouter and Rider Catalyzer, Keen Buccaneer, and a Dinosaur Dragon token with treasure on the other side. We'll chuck it in. Scoured Barons, Foil Spin Out, and I hope this was worth the wait. No, it wasn't. Oh, crap. Burnout Bastronaut, a Goblin Warrior, and Broadside Barrage. Okay, so we'll pop those up there. Set these aside for you, Matty T. Enjoy the pulls. Next up, we have Inferni, awesome Craterhoof Behemoth. Isn't that now? It's going to be standard legal in Tarkir Dragonstorm. I think they're printing that one, unless I'm mistaken. So very cool. I think Inferni is also, this is his first month as a patron, so welcome. Then the uncommons, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Yeah, we've cleaned out all the wild cards from the first box, and there are actually 2 more in the second one. Hopefully, will not take as long to find those. Okay, Inferni, what do we got? It is a Voyager Quick Welder, Furious Bellow, Alpine Grizzly, Rose Cotton Knight, Dragon Fodder, at Knife Point, Glaring Flesh Raker, Scattered Groves, Extra Rare, Starseer, Mentor, Intrepid Stablemaster, nice Retro Planes, and Llanowar Wastes for the rare. Enjoy the pulls there, Inferni, especially that Craterhoof Behemoth. Thank you for being a patron. Let's see who is up next. And Ben says, when I was really young, my friend tried to teach me magic. I was so confused. Now he does not play that much anymore, and I just demolish him. Yeah, that's like, I try to play against my family and demolish them. I even give them the better decks, and they're like, no, card games are your thing. We're not playing anymore. I'm like, come on. All right, Winifred 007. We have the Sword of Light and Shadow. Awesome card there again from the Sword Chaos boxes this month. Brand new theme next month is dragons, so stay tuned for that. Ben says, that's like when I play with my mom. Yeah. My parents would probably just like, they would be like, no, I'm not playing that because I can't deal with that. Although I will say I did play some Lorcana with the family. When was this? Christmas before last or something? It was not long after the set launched, the first set, I think it was. And they actually didn't mind that. They could follow it. It was pretty easy to get into. All right, Winifred 007. We've got Ambush Wolf, Dramatist Puppet, Collision Course, Belligerent Guest, Goblin Tomb Raider, Vindictive Vampire, Skyship Buccaneer, Suspended Sentence, Extra Rare, Meltdown, Massacre Girl. That is a nutty card if you've ever seen that in action. Foil Island from Lord of the Rings, and Fate Unraveler for the rare. So enjoy the pulls there, Winifred 007. And remember, if you're in the US, mtgunpacked.com for all your chaos needs. Next, we have Nat Barker. Thank you for being a patron. Let's dig in here. And I think I've told this story before. I actually knew about Magic long before I started playing. It was around 1998, I think. Some guys used to play it at work in their lunch break, and I wasn't curious enough to see what they were doing. If I had, I might have started playing earlier. Maybe it was cheaper for me not to, but yeah, that's how that worked out. And then I didn't get into it until 2017. Ben says, have to go, fun first stream. Normally just go on the vids, but thanks. I'll try to go to more. Thanks for having you here. All right, Nat Barker. We got a Scrap Skin Drake, Alabaster Kirin, Stockpiling Celebrant, and a split card Mouldering Gym and Weight Room, followed by Winter's Intervention, Extra Rare, Shine Shadow, Snarl, Stalking Vengeance, Briber's Purse, Give No Ground, Sadistic Shell Game. That's some pretty horrifying artwork there from Duskmorn. We've got a Foil Mountain, nice retro border from Innistrad Remastered, and an Ondu Spirit Dancer for the rare. Enjoy the pulls there, Nat. And next we have Brian Simmons. Thank you for being a patron. So got a nice Seeker there for Brian. And then your uncommons to 3, 4, and 5. All right. And then a foil, rare or mythic. All right, Brian, let's get into this. We have a Sweet Tooth Witch and Scurrid Colony, Faithful Watchdog, Bespoke Battle Garb, Thunder Salvo, Decree of Pain, extra rare, Culling Ritual. There's another one. Mistfire Weaver, Armament Core, Death Frenzy. Nice. Phyrexian Swamp, good deal. And the rare is Gleeful Arsonist. So enjoy the pulls there, Brian. Pop those in there for you. And let's see. And like I said, if you're a patron, you're in the stream, let me know and I will try to get your snap pack done right away. Let's dig a few more out here. Ooh, that one is pretty cool. We had some really good pulls for the patrons this month. Okay, so we have James W. Thank you for being a patron. Got him a nice retro border there. Edgar Markov. Nice pull from Innistrad Remastered, which, in case you didn't know, we're treating as a standard pack for the patrons. So you can pick those as part of your regular allocation, along with a bunch of other sets. Okay, grabbing a foil here. Rare or mythic for James. What do we have? It is Fractal Summoning, Witch's Mark, Shock, Novice Dissector. We've been trolled for the third time. Thraben Charm, Abzan Battle Priest, Slick Imitator, Ondu Knotmaster, Secret Rendezvous, Suspension Field, Foil Garnet, Bloodfist of Keld, and Twilight Maya for the rare. So enjoy the pulls there, James. All right, getting some water. Okay, next patron here. It is Don Sava. Thank you for being a patron. That's a pretty cool borderless dartboard pathway. I do like those pathway lands from Kaldheim. Yeah, a decent land cycle can save even a crappy set, which you might notice in recent years, some of the best cards from those sets are actually lands. Okay, Don, we have Voracious Vermin, along with Abomination of Gudul, Plundering Pirate. There we go. Oops, skipping over a Keru Dreadmore, Zombie Crocodile. What the heck? Basking Brood Scale, the Creation of Avacyn, Split Skin Doll, Armored Scrap Gorger, Seeker's Folly, Burn Away, Foil Geology Enthusiast, and Black Cleave Cliffs for the rare. But Don, don't go anywhere. We got another snap pack for you, and he actually got a nice borderless Belladros Witherbloom there from Strixhaven. So some nice dragons in that set. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then our uncommons. see what is next. We have a foil and a rare or mythic. Okay, round 2 for Don. We got a Monastery Flock, Aerial Volley, Disdainful Stroke, Skirt Prospector, a Goblin, Crackling Emergence, Cower in Fear, Locust Spray, Go Blank, Extra Rare District Mascot. Check it out. What do you think of these weird looking alternate arts from Ether Drift? That's an extra rare, by the way. Honeymoon Hearse, Planes from Assassin's Creed, and they like to perch up at the top of buildings, don't they, in that game? Basilisk Collar for the rare. Nice pulls there for Don. Enjoy. Setting this stuff aside, and who is up next? It is none other than Roadie Bob. Thank you for being a patron. So pulled a nice Drivnod there from Phyrexia. All will be one. The Dominus card cycle in that set is pretty good. And I think, was that set that we pulled a Concept Praetor for one of the patrons this month? I can't remember, or was that last month? It was pretty crazy, whatever the case. Okay, Roadie Bob. We have a Bloodfire Expert along with Make Your Mark, Skystreak Engineer, Dwarven Forge Chanter, Timely Interference, Windstorm, Huntmaster of the Fells, another extra rare here. This one flips into Ravager of the Fells. What else? Mouse Trapper, extra rare, Temple of Plenty, Dreadhorde Invasion. There's another one, Exotic Orchard. I'm just handing out the rares like candy, apparently. A Foil Island and Scurry of Squirrels. What is this? Bloomburrow Commander. That's fun. Okay, so enjoy the pulls there, Roadie Bob. And next we have Luke Killam. Thank you for being a patron. So Luke got the Sword of Sinew and Steel. And if you've been paying attention during the live stream, there will be a quiz, but we have 2 swords that have not been seen in those videos yet. So that might help you guess which ones are left. We had some pretty spicy swords in that series. And of course, next month, the theme is dragons for the Chaos boxes. So should have some nice dragons for the patrons. Okay, Luke, what do we got for you? Hopefully a wild card sooner or later. We have Dueling Rapier, Siege Smash, Guidelight Optimizer, Field Trip, Band Together. There's Minsk and Boo having some fun. Sir Conrad the Grim, Barb Flare, Gremlin, extra rare, another one, Arrester of the Endless Web, Nightshade Harvester, nice run of extra rares there, Two-Headed Hunter. What a mythic! Garrett Cursed Huntsman. Garrick is, what is that supposed to be? Like a badger or something. This is the Imagine Critters cards. That's cool. And what else? We have Unstoppable Plan, Jace and his army of misfit toys. Enjoy the pulls there, Luke. And next up we have, this patron has 2 here. We have Kevin Gardner, nice Bloodletter of Atlazots there for Kevin. Thank you for being a patron. And a foil plus a rare or mythic. Okay, Kevin. Starting off with an Abzan Banner, Skystreak Engineer, Mystic of the Hidden Way, Primal Boost, Faithful Watchdog, Nissa World Soul Speaker, another extra rare, and we got another one, Grim Backwards, Bounding Crasis, Pride of the Road, Windgrace's Judgment, so many extra rares, a foil-etched Jasmine Boreal of the 7, and Eidolon of Blossoms for the final rare there. But wait, Kevin is back for seconds. So let's put together your second snap pack, sir. And does anyone have a favorite dragon from Tarkia Dragonstorm? Is there one that you need to look out for? Could be good to build a deck around. Let me know in the chat or comments. Round 2 for Kevin. We got Act of Treason, Caustic Caterpillar, Kindled Fury, Vortex Runner, Segu Archer, Master Symmetrist, Solitary Sanctuary, and Fear of Imposters. Possess Scarb, a Cunning Rhetoric, extra rare. Samwise the Stout-Hearted, I think that's from the bundle, yeah, it says so. And Dragon Skull Summit for the rare. So enjoy the pulls there, Kevin. Okay, who is up next? The list is rapidly dwindling here. Next, we have Charlie L. Thank you for being a patron. So there's the commons and uncommons and a foil. Rare or mythic Charlie. We have a Hunt for Specimens. Checkpoint Officer. Hired Hexblade. Whoop, I got another card there. Barrage of Boulders. Pixie Illusionist. Rise from the Wreck. Ashiok's Reaper. Maru Heart Piercer. Rite of the Moth. Trade the Helm. Lagamos, Hand of Hatred for the foil. And Panharmonicon. Nice. All right, so enjoy the pulls there, Charlie. And next up we have Taco Tuesday. Thank you for being a patron, or if you're a American, you would say Taco Tuesday. Pardon my accent, I know, but to me it's always Tuesday. You can chew on Tuesday on your tacos. Okay, what else we got here for you? Foil, rare, or mythic. The box is getting rapidly low. I think I have just enough though. We have Firehoof Cavalry, Pearl of Wisdom, Smite the Monstrous Core Cartographer, Slippery Bogle, and what else? Grease Wrench Goblin, Mogmob, another goblin, and Cut 2 Ribbons, extra rare, Evolving Adaptive, Arcane Encyclopedia, Foil, Tori D'Avenant, Fury Rider, and Cacophony Unleashed. What is that? Commander Masters. Whoa. Yeah, I broke down a Commander Masters deck for the Patron box this month. But wait, Taco Tuesday back for seconds. Not only that, got him a roaming throne. Congratulations, sir. Okay, so there's the uncommons. Believe it or not, there are 2 wild cards in that box as well. So I hope we can actually find them before we wrap the stream up. Okay, Taco Tuesday, and we have a wedding invitation, prideful parent, pest summoning, bear trap, scout the borders, Kozilek's unsealing, augur of bolus, dread fugue, and cult conscript, stone splitter bolt, foil slag storm. And it's stuck there. What do we got? Full throttle. Don't tell me that's loot there. What the heck? Okay. Enjoy the pools there. Taco Tuesday. And let's see here. Next, we have Ziggy Storm. Thank you for being a patron. And then the uncommons, we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Grabbing you a foil, rare or mythic. All right, Ziggy Storm, and we have Ranger's Path, Maru War Shrieker. Whoops, and Defiant Strike. Sidisi's Pet Zombie Ape. Oh my. Sultai Banner, Sulphur Falls, extra rare. Arc Lightning. They keep sticking together. We've got Murek Nightblade. Abundance, extra rare there. Field of Ruin. Foil Mythic. Anixia, Hand of Erebos. Awesome. That was one of the commander decks for Commander Masters, and Spiteful Visions for the rare. So enjoy the pools there, Ziggy Storm. And we're on the home stretch here, not too many more patrons to go. Where on earth are the wild cards? Okay, next we have Tammy Sanchez. Thank you for being a patron. Okay, see if we can find a wild card or 2. So there's the commons. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I think I got just enough foils and rares here. I did actually count them up before the stream, so we're all good. We got Harvest Tide Sentry. Okay. Thinking of a different card there. Throttle. Macabre Waltz. That is some gruesome artwork right there. Johann Stopgap. Stingblade Assassin. Ret Tomb Mystic. Extra rare. Roadside Assistance. Mystic Enforcer. Pine Walker, Picnic Ruiner, a Goblin, and a nice retro Swamp, and a Mythic, Calyx Destiny's Hand. Nice one from Commander Masters. But Tammy is back for seconds. So let's put this snap pack together for you. So we've got 2, 3, 4, and one more here, 5 uncommons. Foil, rare or mythic. All right, it is Defiant Strike. Unyielding Krumar, Tempest Angler, Lens of Clarity, Spore Crawler, the Long Reach of Night. This one flips into Animus of Night's Reach, Kintree Invocation, Ardennes Intrepid Archaeologist, a legendary, Flunk, And I keep skipping things here. Set Adrift, Foil Grease Wrench Goblin. And what do we got? Felidar Retreat. Not too shabby. So enjoy the pulls there, Tammy. And we only have 3 more patrons to go. What the heck? This stream just absolutely flew by. Let's go here. Next up, we have Connor Moody. Thank you for being a patron. So Connor's video airs tomorrow. So that is the Chaos boxes. So that is actually a sword card turned around there. If you're a channel member, YouTube channel members, the video is already available. So you can see what he got there. But otherwise, that will appear 8 a.m. Central tomorrow. So hope you have enjoyed the Sword Chaos boxes. And remember, check out mtgunpacked.com for all your Chaos needs. We have pure Chaos boxes, 4 and 3-pack mystery boxes, and bulk. All right, Connor, we have Dogged Pursuit, Thrill of Possibility, Grand Ball Guest, Prison Sentence, Phyrexian Rager, Incubation Sack, Norn's Inquisitor, Dawnheart Mentor, Soul Guide Lantern, Storyteller Pixie, Foil Plains. That looks like it's on Armanket, doesn't it, with the jackal head. Then we have Rakdos, Lord of Riots. It's a mythic. So enjoy the pulls there, Connor. And you'll find out what your sword is tomorrow, unless you are a channel member, in which case you could see it now. All right, next we have Domino. Thank you for being a patron. So Domino, I think your video is coming up on Monday. So March 31st, wrapping things up for the month. And we'll grab you a foil, rare or mythic here for Domino. Let's check it out. We have a Veloheart Bike, Force Away, Cryptid Inspector, Goblin Borders, Essence Scatter. Oh, I was hoping we'd find it. A wild card. Ding, 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 ding. Standard pack. All right, Domino. Let's grab you a pack of Ether Drift. We'll get into that in a second. Arcbound Condor, Gallant Pie Wielder, Galvanic Iteration, extra rare. Retro Border, isn't it? Yeah. Canyon Volta, Foil Terrian World Tyrant, Dinosaur Ooze, and Sanctum Weaver for the rare. Okay, so let's see. We've not got anything too crazy out of these Ether Drift packs tonight, but hoping this one will give us a bit of excitement. So we start off with Marshall's Path Cruiser, Veteran Beast Rider, Reckless Velocitor, Lotus Guard Disciple, Dynamite Diver, a Goblin Pilot, Venom Sack Lagax, Siphon Fuel, Daring Mechanic, Gastel Blockbuster Bounce Off, and the art card is Full Throttle. Not this one again with loot. What is loot up to there? I don't even want to guess. We've got a Forest and Foil Thundering Brood Wagon, followed by a Mythic. Yes, March of the World Ooze. We saw that earlier in the stream. Nice. And a Life Craft Engine, which incidentally, the extended art version of that was the buy a box promo for this set. Okay, so we didn't do too badly there. So enjoy the pulls, Domino. And last patron, I believe. Yes, lucky last patron here. We have Kane Carpentier. Thank you for being a patron. So Kane got a foil mythic Sword of Body and Mind from the sword-themed Chaos boxes this month. All new theme next month. As you might have guessed, it's going to be dragons. I think we've done that theme one time before. I'm going to say sometime in 2021. But all different dragons. Whenever I repeat a theme, I try to do completely different cards, which usually isn't too much of a problem because they print so many over the years that, yeah, you got a lot of variety to choose from. Okay, so Kane, let's see what we get here. And again, plugging one more time, mtgunpacked.com for all your chaos needs. We've got a Soul Shackled Zombie, Sunblade Samurai, Lens of Clarity, Macetail Histrodon, Rotting Mastodon, Eerie Interference, Magmore, followed by High Spire Mantis, Asari Captain, Bookworm, Galadriel of Lothlorien, nice showcase from Lord of the Rings, and finally, what is it going to be? Oh, nice one. We got Bellow, Bard of the Brambles. It's a mythic. Nice borderless art on that one. All right, so scooping it up for Kane. And there is actually one more wild card in the box. We did not get it for the patrons, unfortunately. So let's, my fingers are itching. We'll finish off here with another Ether Drift pack. Hopefully something to go out with a bang here on a Saturday night. Let's see. We have Pit Automaton, followed by Calaxion Hunger Tyrant, nice crocodile, Defend the Rider, Avishkar Raceway, Bestow Greatness, Engine Rat, Prowlcatcher Specialist, a Goblin Warrior, Guidelight Optimizer, Brightfield Mustang, Clamorous Ironclad. Start your engines. What do you think of that mechanic? You've got to get to max speed. I'm still yet to try that one out, actually. We've got a Plains in foil, Keen Buccaneer in foil. What's it going to be? Oh, it's a mythic. The Last Ride. Good deal. Followed by Duretti Rocketeer Engineer. What a finish. Here's a Goblin Artificer. All right, so awesome pulls in the close there. I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend and hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you missed anything, that you're at least able to catch up on the replay. I should note that it takes about 24 hours for YouTube to do the transcription. So once that is ready, you can search through that for your name and you don't have to scroll through the entire stream. So I hope you enjoyed everything. Thanks for watching and have a great day.